Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, and today I have a little bit of a different video for you. This video is about the big Duende disaster, and I really hope that I'm saying his name right, but I don't think so, so I apologize in advance because that is the way that I'm going to pronounce his name throughout this entire video. Just wanted to put a disclaimer at the beginning of this video. Please watch the entire video because it does have a really good ending. I don't want this to come off as negative towards Briar or anything because, as you will see in the video, they handle this flawlessly and are a great company to work with. So if you didn't know, Briar releases 3 models every year for their Premiere collection. Duende was the second release for this year, and of course he is stunning, so he was expected to sell out very quickly, and yes, he did sell very fast. However, there were so many issues, so many that I had to make a video on it. First off, if you weren't aware, the model that Briar shows in promotional photos are the resin version of the model they will release, so here is that photo. I think it is crucial to understand how these things are done, so here's the rundown. Usually, Briar will commission an artist, in this case Mindy Berg, to sculpt a model for them. The artist will sculpt the model with their choice of sculpting clay and stuff, and once approved by Briar, will be cast. Usually they will make a resin version from the original, and then a plastic version from the resin version. And the resin is what is shown in the promotional photos. Now, when you take something like resin and make a plastic version of it, you're going to lose some details, and that's just how plastic works. Once the plastic sculpt is made, it will be remade and remade until there are enough to go around, and now during this, they either have the sculpting artist or another artist choose a coat color that works. So Briar decided on a dapple gray since it could fit Duende's description of an Andalusian or pre or PRE. I'm not really sure how you're supposed to say that, but so now that that's out of the way, we can start with problem number 1. Duende was the second release in the Premiere Club this year, so he should have been ready to ship off to Premiere Club members around August, if I'm not mistaken. And, well, he ended up being about a month late. He was available for purchase in September, and personally, this doesn't bother me because I don't mind waiting. I don't have an issue with that. However, I do see how this could pose problems for someone, say, if they were trying to not overspend so they can be sure to purchase Duende, and usually I wouldn't have even included this as an issue, except for the fact that Briar requires you to purchase any Premiere model within a limited number of days, or you risk forfeiting your deposit and future Premiere models. Yes, you heard that right. So if you paid bills with your Duende money on accident, good luck explaining that to Briar when you can't find $200 to immediately pay for your plastic. On to the next point. The main point is the quality of Duende, and there is honestly so much about this horse that I'm not even sure I'm going to be able to fit it into a video. We'll look at the mold first. So here's the promotional resin photo that was released. There's quite a few of them, and here's what I received from Briar. Now you have to understand that I know he will not look as pretty color or mold-wise as the resin. That's a given, and it's to be expected, and I knew this going in. However, take a look at some of the past promo pieces and their plastic successors. And I'm trying to see, do you see what I'm talking about here? Anyways, moving on, and my main issue with Duende was his ridiculous amount of flaws. Weird indented ear, missing paint, crazy overspray, and of course dreaded black dots that come with almost every Premiere model I have ever received, but just take a look at the photos and I will let them speak for themselves. So besides all of that, if you still feel like the majority loves him, even with all of his flaws, just take a look at the prices that he's currently going for. So yeah, everyone is losing a bit of money on this guy, but here is the way that Breyer dealt with it with me. So I paid for my Duende on September 20th. He was $160 total with Breyer's ridiculous shipping. So after I received my Duende in his horribly crumpled box, I, like a lot of others, was upset, so I emailed Breyer on the 27th and got a response on the 28th. They did pay for the return shipping, which I am thankful for because I did not want to lose even more money on this horse. I ended up receiving my refund on October 9th, and from what I'm seeing, the third release is doing very well, and I am still on the fence about joining for next year, but just look at the model for next year. So thanks for watching my crazy video on Duende, and I hope you liked this format. It was something new that I was experimenting with, and as always, subscribe for more, and feel free to follow me on Instagram and Facebook, as well as check out my website, all of which I will link in the description below.